I'm Marion Leonard. I'm the curator of the exhibition and I'm also a lecturer at the Institute of Popular Music at the University of Liverpool. And I'm here today because we're opening the Beat Goes On exhibition, which is a new exhibition about popular music on Merseyside at World Museum. We've got a whole host of things that we've got on display. It's a thematic exhibition, so we've picked up on lots of different ways of looking at popular music. So from the sights and scenes of Merseyside music through to things like technology and fashion and image making. So there's lots of different ways into thinking about popular music that we focused on, and it cuts across from the 1950s, 60s, 70s right through to today.
Well, I think Liverpool music, you know, right, it's special to us because we're from it and we're the nucleus of it, like, you know. But it's also special to a lot of people out of the city and in the region. Like, I think it's got its roots in rock and roll from the early days, you know. And from that on, I think it's just kind of we've tried to keep each generation rediscovers the same. You know, nothing's original, but each generation interprets it to be original. So it's always had a kind of a good kind of nucleus of talent and people willing to spend a lifetime on the breadline, suffering for their art, something like that. And hopefully long may it continue, you know what I mean?
Hopefully there's something for everyone, and we've tried to really mix it up quite a lot. So I know that Beatles fans might be interested in the stage that we've got on display from when the Quarrymen played at Walton in 1957. So we've got that and an original recording of them playing that day. But we've got lots of other things as well that relate to all different types of bands, from sleeve design for the Wombats and the Zootons, through to clothes worn by Daft School, Lita Rosa, who was of course Liverpool's first #1, and through to lots of other things by Cilla Black and performers of today. Liverpool's got such a rich music scene, so it was quite a challenge to try and curate something with such a rich heritage. So what we've hopefully done is given you a sample of that, using lots and lots of different performers. We've got quite a visually rich display with lots of images from clubs, from going out, from different performers who might be very well known through to up-and-coming stars as well. And we've tried to mix up the interpretation as well so that you can have some oral histories, some objects on display, there's music to listen to, there's films to watch. So there's lots of different levels that you can get into.
I mean, even though I'm very, you know, this is a very much a Liverpool thing, you know, I don't like to kind of limit music because the influences that influenced us aren't from Liverpool, remember that? You know, it came from America and rock and roll and the blues and earlier than that. So it all comes around and it all, you know, everybody gets touched by, gets blessed by it, like, you know. So Liverpool has its interpretation of it, like, you know, and churns it out through its own circumstances. The type of city it is, the type of city it was, really, and what it's. I think for too long Liverpool's kind of like looked back, you know, nostalgically, like, you know what I mean. And I think in the last couple of generations, musically, like, you know, they start discovering it for themselves and shaping the future now, I suppose, like, you know.